What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. And we're going to jump right into it, right? We're going to let people come in. What's going on, Caleb? I see you in the comments. I made a video, posted it, like an hour and a half ago. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty negative. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty negative. But looking back, there was definitely some positives, right? There was a lot of negatives. Woo! There was a lot of negatives. But there were some positives. Not a lot, if we're being honest, but there were some. Personally, I think Dave has too much on his plate. I think he has way too much on his plate, to be honest with you. Being the play caller and the head coach, it's too much. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like the play calling it's horrendous. Well, yes, Bryce Young doesn't make the best decisions, right? I kind of equate it to Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Andy Reid was great in Philly, but he never won the big game because his play calling always got him in trouble, right? But you pair Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes, it's bread and butter, right? Same thing with Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had like 101 yards in like the fourth quarter. Didn't need a lot, but it worked. And I feel like Dave Canales and Bryce Young, they don't work like at all, if I'm being honest, right? The white cross, that wasn't the one that got picked off by Deontay, or when Bryce threw a pick and trying to go for Deontay Johnson. But there was this, maybe it was Deontay. There was a similar play last year where Bryce Young, the same thing as week one, the white cross at the play action, he threw a pick. And I feel like Dave is not learning that Bryce Young is going to try and go to that read every single time, no matter what. Like, I feel like there's no progression. I see Jamal progressing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're doing the same plays we were last year. The exact same stuff. I'm confused. Tremaine looked good, offense and special teams. Oh, he delivered a hit. But the head coach or the play caller should ideally make the quarterback better. I mean, even Caleb Williams in Chicago, yes, he's not playing great, but that's on him. Ben Johnson has been giving him nice plays, and Caleb is just missing the throws. With Bryce Young, I don't know that he's missing the throws. I don't know if the reads aren't there. I don't know if guys aren't. I mean, it's both, right? Sometimes it's the read, but the pressure's bad, right? The pressure's bad. People aren't catching it. The routes aren't great. Play calling and Bryce Young, they don't mix. They don't mix at all. Do you think we'll be picking top 5 this year? Is it too late to say that? I don't want to be too negative. Like I said, I was pretty negative earlier, but I think when Coker gets back, it's going to help out a lot. I think we're forcing things to excel way too much. I think you're just trying to force excel the ball, which makes sense to a point, right? You want to build up his confidence, which is what I actually said to do in preseason. But I mean, it's just it's costing you drives. It's bad. You back again? I never went live. I mean, I did the video, but I haven't went live yet tonight. What do we got? Johnson Silva. Do I think Bryce Young is QB? I mean, if he stops trying to play hero ball in the first 2 drives, it's hard to say. I like Bryce, I do, but the play calling and him just aren't mixing at all. Why can't Jimmy play? Somebody said he's hurt. Somebody said hamstring injury. They're just not reporting it, I guess. Yeah, Bryce Young's, I like him, but the hero ball's got to stop. What else do I have on the list for today? Oh, I got a lot. Oh, boy, I have a lot to pick from. Where do we want to start? There's a lot to pick from today. We'll finish up play calling real quick. Bryce is 35-50. Let's talk about play calling. So once again, first half sucks, right? First drive alone was just terrible. First 2 drives. We'll get to the offensive line in a little bit, but the play calling is just horrendous. It really is. I don't really have much to say on that, to be honest. We talked about that. Pasty, I the Panthers came back, but how much of it was they came back versus the Cardinals playing conservative, right? Like, it's hard to say that the Pasty was the reason they came back more than just the Cardinals were up by 20, like, "We'll play conservative, we got this locked up," and they ended up kinda choking it almost. What's going on, my guy? Um, yes, no, it's beyond Bryce. I don't know that that's confirmed, Baron, Hunt and Corbett for the season. Yeah, we'll get to Nick Scott. I hate talking about Nick. I don't understand. This is my frustration with Canales. Is how is Nick Scott still starting? It's not even about starting right because defense you have to look at that differently. I'm a little tired, excuse me, but defense you have to look at differently, right? Because if you watch the Cardinals, if you like actually like watch the game, every third down the Cardinals brought in at least 3 or 4 guys for their front seven. They just kept rotating them in and out. Right? So when I talk about Nick Scott starting, it's not necessarily him starting, it's when he's in the game. On that 3rd and goal, single high safety look, that's who you have in there. It was almost as bad, honestly, as Mike J landing. Let's talk about this one. I didn't even address this in the video. Oh man. Mike J one on one with Marvin Harrison Jr. Now he did deflect it, but then why did you give JC Horn all that money? What was the point of that? Like, what was the point of giving JC what damn near $100 million if he's not going to go one on one with Marvin Harrison Jr. in the end zone? Like, I'm lost, bro. This one I'm lost. What's the point? You have Mike J lining up with Marvin Harrison one on one. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Right, because most likely it was some type of 3-by-1 set. So the other side might have played a zone look, which would make sense for Mike J. You know, I just this team is just confusing me, man. You look at Bureau's last year. I would assume. I don't know if it's him or the players. We're not gonna know until he leaves. You know, they keep trying Trevin Wallace. It's not working. I don't know where they go from here, to be honest. What else? We got the run game. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is gonna be a shorter stream. I'm getting tired, but the run game was also just terrible as well. I mean, how did we go from last year? The run game was good all year last year. Chuba did his thing all year. How was this year so bad in the run game? I don't I don't get how we fell off that much in the run game and the pass block. Yeah, McMillan, I see you. I know. I went over that in the video. The linebackers, the zone coverage is terrible. They might as well go to a dime look, to be honest. They might as well. T Mac looks good. He does. T Mac looks good. And to me, Dave's messing up not using him as a decoy. You know, he said in the press conference, which we'll go over tomorrow. It was like the Cardinals threw some different looks at us, but we had to go to somebody else and have other people make plays. Even if they throw different looks at you, keep using him. Like it just felt like 3-by-1 set, put him all the way to the left. Keep using him, man. Like the Cardinals did with Marvin Harrison Jr. That's why other guys were making plays. What else we got? What else stood out to me? Nick Scott play calling, and then Trevin Wallace, bro. I don't know what we're doing here. If I'm being honest, I like Trevin as a player, but I mean, has there been a game where you're like, That boy nasty. I don't know that there was a game where I was like, "Damn, Trevor Wallace, he's showing out." I don't know that I've seen a game. I don't I think he's a hell of an athlete, but, mm, I don't know. I don't know what to do with Trevor Wallace. I'm looking now at see if I can find his game log. Give me one sec, guys. Game log, career. I mean, it is only his 2nd year, so I can't put too much into it. He only played so he didn't play damn, excuse my language, but Trevin Wallace let me hold on, make sure I have this right. Did he not play today? Oh, he played today. I sw Trevin Wallace didn't play today? Damn, I was tripping. I swore I saw him, maybe not. Well, that'll explain why I didn't see him then, okay. What's going on, Braveheart? Yes, sir. Um, Canales is too soft to be head coach. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't remember what podcast I was listening to. It was one of the players, NFL players, but basically, like, if you're soft and you don't win, you're screwed because then players won't respect you. And I don't know if that's what's happening here or not. I really don't. I mean, that's tough, man. Oh man, look good. Nah, I mean, he's definitely that was the thing, Green, is that they were definitely trying to give him the ball, but it just wasn't. You can't force it to XL. You can't force it to him. It almost makes it worse because here's why, right? And it's weird because 'cause I'm almost contradicting myself from what I said earlier, but when you force XL the ball, you put a lot of pressure on him because he knows, okay, right? So he knows he's got 3 plays every quarter, whatever it may be. So now all that pressure's on him. That's the problem with him is that when I think Bryce and I could be wrong on this, don't quote me, I have to watch the film, but when the ball goes to XL, 9 times out of 10, he's that first, second read. So I think him expecting it is almost too much pressure, which is, not a good look. So, I mean, earlier, before the season to start, I said you gotta get him the ball, but I'm starting to go against that, to be honest with you. I think it's just too much pressure because he knows it's coming, and he doesn't attack it like Tetaroa does. When that ball's in front of him, he like, on the sideline, we got that first down that 3rd and 8, he went up, got it, faked right, came back left. He attacks the ball. Leggett doesn't attack it, he waits for it to hit him, and then he gets hit. Oh, Alex still looks out of shape, not gonna lie, compared to what college. Yeah, Kelvin Benjamin's a prime example. It's a prime example, and people were afraid of that. They were afraid, but, um, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a fucking duck, man. Mm. Glad to see T-Mac as the real T-Mac, I mean, he definitely and I knew I was gonna eat my words in training camp. Obviously, I wanted an edge guy. Right, they drafted T-Mac, I was like, but in training camp, I knew, I was like, "Okay, yeah, this was the right pick." And the problem with that for Excel is that people are seeing what T-Mac is doing in his first 2 weeks with an offense that's not flowing at all, right? Imagine if T-Mac was in this offense last year with Adam Thielen. right? T Mac is making it work when nobody else is really doing anything on the other side. And there's no run game. That's the thing. He's making it work with no run game. But T Mac's the real deal. And he's a first round pick. XL first round technically probably should have been a second, third round, to be honest. So yeah, the Panthers drafting T Mac was the worst thing for XL in more ways than one, obviously. Trade XL for Tyler. Oh man, XL trade XL for a vet. I think we need vets, inside linebackers, and receivers. Well, I don't know. Renfro did his. It just took a while, but it's tough, man. Inside linebackers. Oh my god, so bad, dude. The Falcons, basically, or not the Falcons. Jesus, the Cardinals basically just copied what the Jags did. That's all they did. That's all they did. Chuba 10 carries, 38 yards. Rico 6 carries, 9 yards. I can't even get mad at. Damn, that's not good. But I mean, there's no hole. Tedero 6 catches, 100 yards. If Tedero had speed, oh my god, he would be in the Panthers, Hall of Fame. I don't know if Hall of Fame, but if Tedero had speed, it wouldn't even be fair. But I guess we talk about Corbett. I don't know what to do there, man. I don't know what to with Corbett. Just bad all the way around. And then admitting that the Jaguars' looks were like confusing them and everything. He admits that, and what do the Cardinals do? What do the Cardinals do the second he said that that the Jags caught them off guard and blah 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 blah? Cardinals right away just stacked the A and B gap. Had everybody confused. Then you got Rico back there. Oh my gosh, dude. I just oh man. Yeah. T Mac had 100 yards on how many receptions? Six. Six catches had 100. Man, stop playing with this man. Corbett out for season probably. Oh yeah, if that's true, Austin, then he's definitely done. Trade XL for man. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Let's see. You got Nick Scott. Good old Nick. No. Home opener. Is anybody going? Is anybody going to the home opener? Panther guy. That's true. That's true. Is anybody going? He's better than Corbett Center. I don't know why. I don't know how Corbett got that position. If I'm being honest, I don't know. Maybe it was a joint. Never mind. Let me stop being negative. Let me stop being negative, man. The good old joint practice. Man, man, oh man. Week 5 versus the Dolphins. That'll be interesting. Give my tickets to homeless man. Oh man. No, they had that delay game went on 3rd down too, right? I don't. th- It's not like the team doesn't have potential offensively. Offensively, they have potential. Defensively, I don't know what we have. They might as well. I don't know. To me, Aviro has to go. Aviro has to go. Put in Lathan. Let him make mistakes. Let Lathan make mistakes. Nick Scott is what 30, still making the same mistakes. And maybe here's the thing. Maybe Nick Scott's not making mistakes. Maybe he's just too old, right, to be doing that. Certain cornerbacks they get moved to free safety. That's not uncommon, but they have help underneath. You know? Now, I was a big Jalen. I'm not gonna lie. I was a big Jalen Walker guy. I won't lie. Who was I looking at? Oh, Nick Scott. How old is early for Nick Scott is 30, bro. Like, come on, man. Uh, he just doesn't react quick enough for anything. When did he get drafted? He was a se It's not even like he came out of college, like, crazy good either. He's a 7th round pick, and that doesn't mean, a lot per se, right? But I'm just confused why he's the glue of the safeties. I don't get it, bro. I really don't get it. I don't Alright, let me see, what did I miss? Hunter is fine, but I think one more bet would still be useful. I think honestly we're fine when it comes to receivers. It's Leggett. To be honest, you can't keep forcing it to him. 2-point try confused me. The first one confused me, yeah, a little bit. Um, Utley wins, Cam Jackson. No, I mean nobody really had a pass rush. There a few times. That's true, BS. Should I got a running back? Yep. Oh, yeah, I've said that 1,000 times. Tyreek's not gonna like it in Carolina. I mean, alright, that's not gonna work. I don't know if you're, like, joking or not, BS, but Dave doesn't throw it a lot as it is, and you already have Ted, so there's no reason to, like, take away his reps for Tyreek. I get where you're going, though. Yeah, T-Mac the Panthers offense isn't Lathan Ransom, Trayvon basically the same player. Not necess Not necessarily. There's definitely differences to them. Here's the thing, I don't think Trevin's being used right if I'm being honest. Trevin's not being used right at all. I don't he's too s I almost want him to play weak side linebacker. If I'm being honest, I want him to play weak side. Line up on the edge. Because here's why, right? Trevin in the middle, he's not stopping the run. Trevin's not stopping the run. Right? When the Cardinals ran it in, it was him and James Conner. He's too late to react against the run every single time. Put him on the weak side and then let him drop back or let him go one on one. A little speed to power, speed rush, whatever it may be. Let Probably won't be this year. It may not ever happen, but let Trevin take DJ Johnson's place. I think Trevin has a better chance of getting pressure than DJ Johnson does. Right? And nothing to DJ Johnson, but it's not working. Trevin Wallace in the middle it's not working at all. I know about T-Mac is going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. I hope. It'd be dope. Tyreek is a diva, yeah. Who else used to be on the hot seat when looking at the game? A lot of passes seem to be short ones. T-Mac is him. Yeah, Canales has to show me something, man. Derek Brown, I don't know this defensive line to look at the tape because nobody's getting pressure consistently. So I don't know. I don't, and they're only blitzing 4, so I don't know if that's part of the problem. It still needs to be benched. I'm not gonna argue that. They had another receiver. Let me see if he's still on the. I want to make sure he's still on the team now. I think his name was Campbell. Let me make sure though before I say that. Yeah, they have another receiver called Dalvin Campbell, Dalebon Campbell. He's kind of a Bryson receiver. I'd say just throw him in. To be honest with you, he's not the fastest guy, but He could work. He could definitely work. 6'4". Yeah, Dalvin Campbell. I think he could work. What else we got? What else? What else? What else? What are we talking about here, Micah? Oh, I see. I see. I see. David Moore's connection won last year's corrections. I don't think David Moore's injured. Last I checked, he wasn't. I mean, maybe, but I didn't think he was. No, Campbell's nothing like Devin Tompkins. Tompkins was a speedster. Campbell's like 6. If I'm not mistaken, he's like 6'4". I'm looking at this Falcons game. They're beating the Vikings. Damn. James Pierce Jr. with the sack. Interesting. Oh man. Mm. Is that the rookie? Billy Bowman Jr. Yep. Or Falcons rookie already has two. Man, I don't know. I'm just frustrated with the draft too, to be honest. And I look at the Falcons who drafted players I think the Panthers should have got. I don't know. This team, man, this oh man, it's tough. It's tough because your biggest holes as of right now, the safety can be fixed. I think Lathan Ransom playing the free safety, he would get better as the season went on, but for whatever reason, they're not gonna do that. And then inside linebackers, there's no answer. There's no answer right now for inside linebackers because everybody who's there is like 30 years old plus. I don't know, man. I don't know. They showed some magic, and we're gonna have to break this down. I don't know, tomorrow or Tuesday. They showed magic, right, with the play calling, and all of a sudden they get the ball on what the 50-yard line, whatever it was in overtime or no, fourth quarter, minute and a half left, and they couldn't move it. And I gotta look at the routes. I gotta see why couldn't the Panthers move the ball right with the minute and a half left? That didn't make any sense. I know they were going empty, but I didn't understand that one at all. At all. We're gonna keep sputtering, or keep winning. Vikings. Why do you think Vikings are losing on purpose? What else we got? What else we got? I mean, I don't know. I think we touched on everything for the most part. Home opener, Bryce Young. uh, That's tough. Bryce Young is tough. Got to stop playing hero ball. But again, he's a dual threat quarterback, so it's tough, man. It's tough. I don't know. Let's look at the film. What else? What else? What else? Offensive line we talked about. Nick Scott, like get TMC, run game, defense, run deep, pass deep, play calling, and Trevin Wallace. When we touched on about everything, the team. It's not like the team doesn't have potential. Excuse me, but Dave Canales has to improve. Bad. It's all good, bro. It's over this season, man. Hard being a Panthers fan. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it's over already, week 2, but I don't know how you fix the inside linebacker position. I don't know how they fixed that. 'Cause like you said earlier, it's just crossers right over the middle by tight ends. I I don't know how you fixed it. I don't know who you bring in. You don't have any depth. Oh, no, Trevin Wallace did play today. Okay, no, I wasn't tripping. Alright. They just haven't updated this stat yet. I don't know what you do, man. I don't. That's tough. Derrick Brown had 2 passes deflected and QB hit. Okay, so he definitely did his part. Oh, man, y'all crack me up. I will say this, the run defense definitely was better today. Run defense was way better today. But, I mean, Trey McBride, the tight end, 6 catches, 78 yards. 6 catches, 78 yards. If you take away and I know this is, hypotheticals or whatever, right? But let's say you take away 2 of those, you probably hold him at 50 yards. And the Panthers might have a chance to win. The leading receiver was the tight end, and what does that tell you? Right? The tight end's not if I'm not mistaken, McBride wasn't lining up out wide, right? He was lining up kinda off the line, right? But that's where the problem is right there. Their leading rusher had 34 yards. Trey McBride has 78. You stop him, man, that's upsetting. And they're and the hold on, let me put this on so you guys can see real quick. Give me a sec. Boom, this, screenshot it. Bro, they have the space to bring in a backer, but who do you bring in? I went to the free agency, I didn't really like who was available, to be honest, but if you see somebody, let me know. Unless you're talking about next year. You're talking about next year, I get you. Boom, boom, boom. When I look at the stats, I'm actually almost sick because they this is bad, man. So if you look at the stats right here, let me get rid of my banner too real quick. Oh, no. If you look at the stats right here, all right, Trey McBride, 6 catches, 78. Higgins, 2 for 45. Those were the tight ends. The tight ends alone. Same week. Team race is my blood. Yeah, I should have took a walk before I did my video. I was pretty negative. I'm not gonna lie. I should have took a walk. I should have did the video as I was taking a walk. I might do that next time. All right, let's try this one. 55. All right. 55. What are we talking about? 55. Who are we talking about, Matthew? Move him to safety. I mean, I guess anything's possible, but McMillan. Anything is possible at this point. I'm up for anything. Pass attempts. All right. I mean, yeah. If you take away the tight ends, bruh, like Kyler had 220 yards passing. Half of that was from tight ends. Oh man. I don't know, man. The Panthers right now. That's tough. Because I mean, on paper, this is kind of what you want to see, right? You don't want Marvin Harrison to beat you. And then Michael Wilson had that touchdown, which should have happened, to be honest. And that'll be in the film what, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. on paper, the Cardinals really didn't do much. Now, it's hard to say this because, they played conservative because they had a I mean, they only really had a 10-point lead, I guess, but I don't know, man. This right here shows you there's potential. This does show potential, right? If I'm being honest. But that's the problem is that you let the Titans beat you again. What mm, what happened last week? Last week was Brenton Strange, 4 catches, 59 yards from the fucking tight end, man. So, yes, the run defense looked so much better, but last week was Brenton. I was like, "Who the hell is Strange?" Dope last name, right? But, I'm like, "Who is Strange?" And you had Travis Hunter beat you over the middle as well, right? Brian Thomas Jr., 7 targets, 1 catch. But who'd you get beat by? The tight end. So, in back-to-back weeks, the Panthers have got beaten by what? A tight end. What does that tell you? Right? So, part of that's on the linebackers, but part of that's also on the safety, and a part of that's on Trayvon Merrick. So, Merrick he got done dirty by McBride on one of the third downs. He got done dirty. And then they play who next week? Rivero. At this point at this point, I'm right there with it. I don't know how you don't at this point. Oh, Atlanta. Are they even using what's it, Kyle Pitts at all? Let's see. They're using Drake London. Kyle Pitts, 4 catches, 37 yards, 5 targets against the Vikings. So, can Trevin Wallace and Roseboom stop Kyle Pitts? I mean, if you let Strange and you let McBride do a number on you, Kyle Pitts, week 1, 7 catches. So they're gonna go to Kyle Pitts. He had 7 catches week 1. He has, like, 4 or 5 this week. Can the Panthers stop? I don't know, man. I don't what's going on, Anthony? Trade XL and Jalen Cooker. They might trade XL, I'm not gonna lie. They may trade XL. They may trade XL. Spam T-Mac. Yeah, yes, that's kinda what I was meant to say earlier is the way you do with the run game, you wait for that breakout run, just keep hitting XL or keep hitting T-Mac until something opens up. Bijan's gonna go crazy. I mean, yeah, week 1, he did 6 catches for 100 yards. So, man, I don't I hate to be negative, man, but whew. Ah, man. Season's looking rough. So you're saying start Kyle I mean, the last 2 leading receivers against the Panthers are tight ends. And we'll look at the film, but it's either on the safeties or it's on the inside linebackers. Nobody really else is to blame for the tight ends. So XL needs whatever mental reset they gave Bryce last season. XL just ah, I don't know what XL needs, to be honest. The whole route god thing was stupid. If I'm being honest, that was stupid. Because while his off the line had improved, that was never really a problem. I just I don't know, man. XL needs to get in shape. That too, he's supposed to attack the ball too, like, man. I thought I would see a big improvement from him, 1, because they drafted Tetaroa, but 2, just it felt like he was putting in a lot of work, and I don't really see a big difference. Yeah, and I think that's why the Panthers drafted him because he would be a fan favorite. And now you're seeing the unfortunate problem with that. Mhm. It's just hometown BS. It's just hometown. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Let's see. Hmm. Gotta stop the Carolina picks. Yep, I agree. We gotta stop the Carolina picks, and Dave has to stop picking running backs. We gotta. They go best player available, but I don't. I'm not loving that anymore, to be honest. I'm not loving that whole best player available thing. Boom, boom, boom. What else we got? My fault. I got distracted. Drake, Maine, Carolina. That'd be interesting. Well, I mean, I don't have much else to say, guys, other than until the film comes out. Um, I mean, the moral of the story is Bryce Young can't keep playing hero ball. You know, those at the routes. I don't know. Offensive line. I don't know how we regressed. Um, the run D. I mean, I gotta give credit to the run D. It looks better. That'll be in the film. That might be a separate thing by itself. You know, what else? Tight ends, man. Panthers' weakness. We'll go over that. I'll probably be Tuesday. And then live stream Thursday or Friday. I gotta find a day. I gotta find a time. So with all that being said, I appreciate everybody who came onto the stream today. Unfortunate day, man. Unfortunate day, but it is what it is. All right. Offensive stream coming tomorrow. Play calling. Mostly gonna be about kind of the first half and then what happened in or fourth quarter. You know, what how did you not move the ball? You got the lucky flags, but how did you not move the ball? With that being said, I hope everyone has a good week. All right, I'll catch you guys on the live stream Thursday or Friday. Stay tuned for that. Panthers advice is out. Peace.